All right, hello everybody. I'm back. It's been a little while. I'm gonna go ahead and do an oil change on my 2021 Palisade, Honda Palisade. So here we go. All right, just some things that you guys are gonna want while you do your oil change is I've got a 5-quart Mobil 1 oil here, and this is the 5W30 triple action. Just, you know, it was like $29 at Walmart, and then I've got these two here to fill it the rest of the way up because the Palisade takes about 6.9 quarts of oil. We'll see if that's exactly what it is when we get it filled up with the oil filter. For the oil filter, I've got the XG11934 from Fram. Seems to do the job, and it's only like 10 bucks. I've got a 16 millimeter to take off the actual plug, and then this is a 27 millimeter to take off the oil filter. I've also got a 10 millimeter to take off the actual pan that helps block all the issues down there below that these things are all under. And then I've got just a flathead screwdriver to take the pins out on the pan as well. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're taking off 5 of these screws here underneath to get this pan off right here that you can see. Oops, sorry. To take these, get the pan off right here. There's 5 screws in hole. There's these ones here that you can take. You'll see. And then actually, what happened is when I got underneath, I've had this oil change before through a different, you know, just like your Jiffy Lube or whoever it is. And I noticed that my pins were gone. So your pins might be there. My pins are gone, so I don't need to take those off. I've actually already unscrewed these a little bit, so that one fell out, but just for time's sake. So I've got these 5 that I'm taking off, so we'll hurry and cruise through these and get back to you guys. Okay, all right, so now we've got these little screws off. There are 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4. And then 5 right here for mine. And the pins, of course, were not on, like I said, so this easily just comes down like that. And now you have easy access to your oil filter, which is right here. And this is where you're gonna need your 27 millimeter, I believe. Yep, right there for that one. And then right here is where you're gonna have your oil spout, where it just comes out, and your plug. So that's where you're gonna drain that, and that's where this one's gonna be drained. So I'll just give you a quick access on that. So we're gonna take this one off and drain it. All right, so here we go. I'm getting my gloves on for this part because this is where I like to make messes. So hopefully this will be nice and clean. We'll see how this goes. All right, so I lied. This is actually a 17 out of 16. My apologies there. So what we're gonna do now is just go here, and I've got that actually closed, my my cap on. So this comes out, hopefully this will come out a little bit slower when I pull this off, we'll see. And hopefully we'll catch it here. See how dark this is. Okay, that was a good catch. That's pretty dark. Wow, it's really dark actually. So, yeah, that's actually really dark. That's about 4,500 miles. And that's how dark that is. So that's good to regularly change your oil on these. So we'll let that drain and we'll be back. All right, I've got this hand loosened now. So I'm just gonna pull this off and let that kind of drip down. Obviously there's gonna be some in there a little bit. See as it starts to slowly come down. I've got my catch pan there, and we'll slowly let this drip down, and hopefully that catches it there. There we go. Perfect. And there that goes. Easy peasy. There is your oil filter, and this here is kind of interesting. It's almost like it almost seems like it's plastic. So when you pull it off nice and easy, as you can tell there. And then what you have in here is you got your filter. Little suction in there. There it is, right there. And we'll be replacing that. All right. All right, so here we go. We're gonna put the oil filter in. I've got the Fram. It's the XG11934. Open it up, and what it should have is a couple things in there. It should have obviously the oil filter, and which we've got there. And then we should have the ring. So there's our oil filter. And then we should have a couple things here. So we've got the ring. I'll show you where to put that. And I can do that right now. So here's we've got the oil filter. And so the ring is going to be right here. See, there's a black ring right there. If you kind of zoom in, there's a black ring right now. So we're going to put this red ring on this where this black ring is right there. And I'll show you how to do that. And then also in here is we have a another washer, and we're going to put that over the washer, or replace the washer that we have on the bolt where we put the plug in, and we'll replace that too. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this rubber piece off here. Just use a screwdriver, see, and pull that right off. So that'll come off just like that and go all the way over there. And then we'll put this new red one on here. So we'll put that on just like this. Actually, what we'll do first is I'm gonna get some oil here real fast, and make sure I kind of lube it up a little bit, just because I like to do that. So I'll just kind of dip it down in there real fast and lube it up a little bit. There we go. That way it's cresting with some oil. And then I'll put it on here and put it on where it's supposed to go. Right there. All right, so the new one's on. Right there, make sure it's on the right spot. Right there. Okay, right exactly where the old one was. And we'll put that aside for a minute. And then this here is our old, is the plug. And I'm going to take this one off. This is the old ring, the old washer, sorry. And I'm going to take the new washer and put the new washer where the old one was. So now I'm putting the new washer on there, just like that. So there we go. We've got the new thing on there, and we've got the new washer on there. So there you go. And now that's everything that was in there. And then all we need to do now, put this in here, and I'll dump some little bit of oil. You need to kind of push it down hard like that. I'll dump a little bit of oil in here, like this, like that. Clean that up a little bit. Got a little messy, sorry. Make sure it's got some in there. Put that on, put the plug on, and we'll go. All right, so now I'm gonna put these on here. Wipe that down a little bit. Put this on here. Find its groove. There we go. Oh, maybe. We'll see here. There we go. There we are. Okay. Get that on. There she goes. Wipe that down a little bit and tighten that up in a second. Now this one here. This one goes right up in here like that. Spin it a little bit. Obviously we don't want to cross thread this one because it's kind of plastic. So I'm just going to hand tighten that for a second. Make sure it's on its threads. Hand tightened. Yeah, that's good for now. And then I'll tighten that one up. And we'll tighten it all up and go from there. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to show you guys exactly where on here that you're going to want to make sure that this is nubbed up. So here's that piece I was talking to you guys about right there for the oil filter. And then right here, you're going to want to make sure that that's nubbed up right there. This little piece right here. Right here, when you go and tighten that, there'll be a gap if it's not tightened all the way. So when that's tightened all the way like that, you know you've got it tightened all the way up. That's what you're gonna want it to look like. Wipe that clean there. That's what you're gonna want it to look like. Right there, that's perfect. Nice, perfect little seal. And then here's the plug I just put in and tightened that up all the way as well. Nice little tighten. I think it tells you on there how much to tighten it to. If not, you can look it up. Apologize if I don't have that for you, but that's it. So those are all tightened up now. Everything looks good underneath there. All right, so now we're gonna put the oil in the car. I've got the 5W30 here, so I'm gonna use that one, which we've got. Showed you earlier in the video. I've just got myself a little, oh, that kind of is smaller than I thought. Well, next time we'll get something a little bit easier. So, got a little funnel there so I don't make a huge mess on my nice vehicle. And again, I've got a 5 quarts, and then I'm gonna use just a smaller quart and go with that. So, see how much this actually takes. We've got the plugs on, both the oil filter on and the plug on, so we don't make a huge mess once we pour. So we're just gonna make this go fast. All right, so we've done 6 quarts. Now we're gonna check it, and then if we need to put more in, because usually it goes about 6.9, 6.7 to 6.9, we'll check it, and we'll add a little bit more if we need to, and go from there. All right, screwing all the screws back in for the panel. So you can see this is where the panel goes. And after this, we should be done and have all the oil in. Everything looks good that I looked at. Screw number 5. All looks good. All right, we pulled it down off the blocks, and we are now gonna put in another quart because I just measured, and it's still just a titch, a little bit under the full. So we're gonna put in a little bit more of this and then check it here in a minute. Exactly where we're putting in. On here you can see how much you're putting in here. So we'll put a little bit more in and then check it from there. Let's check that. Push it all the way down in, pull it up, see what it gives us. All right, it looks pretty full there. So as you can tell, it's going all the way up to about right there. So that looks good to me. All right, thank you everyone, appreciate it. It was a good little run through of the how to do a 2021 Honda Palisade. Appreciate you again. Thanks for everyone taking a look at my videos. I'll hopefully get more on here. And again, like and subscribe. Oh!